The 007 video game you didn't know existed. When you talk about James Bond games in the 90s, GoldenEye immediately comes to mind, but what if I told you there was another Nintendo release game starring the super secret agent that came out around the same time? Released on the Game Boy, James Bond 007 was developed by a now defunct company called Sapphire, which made other games like Rampage World Tour for the N64, Cyber Tiger for the PS1, and Van Helsing for the PS2 before closing in 2007. This Bond game tells an original story involving 007 going on a typical around the world adventure and encountering familiar characters like Oddjob and Jaws. Unlike GoldenEye, this game is presented in a top down perspective like The Legend of Zelda, even having the ability to assign a specific attack, weapon, or gadget to the A or B buttons. Bond travels to places like China, Morocco, Tibet, and Russia, where he faces off against a power hungry general who wants to, surprise, take over the world. This game came out in 1998, a year after GoldenEye, and while it got decent reviews, it was largely brushed aside due to its confusing maze-like levels and weird puzzle mechanics, and is pretty much forgotten about today. James Bond 007, however, despite its simplistic appearance, remains one of the Game Boy's most underrated and interesting titles. Come to think of it, there hasn't been a new Bond game since 2012's 007 Legends, which absolutely sucked, but I personally would love to see a remake of this game for modern mobile devices. What do you think?